What's going on, guys? This is Jordan Miller from Breathe Heavy, and today I'm gonna give you a peek behind the curtain and reveal the traffic that Breathe Heavy had in the month of November 2020. But the first order of business, play that intro. I'm gonna be using Google Analytics, which is a tool that I've used for over 15 years, and it's an amazing platform that offers the nitty-gritty details and insights into who visits Breathe Heavy on a daily, monthly, and even yearly basis. The data side of your business is extremely important because it gives you kind of an insight as to what you need to improve on or what is going well, so you can kind of hammer that part and do more of it. It's something that I haven't been too open about on Breathe Heavy, and I'm looking to kind of change that because I think that this is a journey that we're all on together. And if you're reading Breathe Heavy, I just am greatly appreciative. If you've never heard of it, after your YouTube video binge, head over to breatheheavy.com and please create an account. It's completely free, takes less than 30 seconds, and you're gonna be joining a community of like-minded people who love pop culture, pop music, and of course, Britney Spears. I'm gonna show you a little bit of the interface and just some of the bullet points that I wanna touch on regarding Breathe Heavy's traffic in November. If you guys like this kind of video, I can definitely do a follow-up for December and dive into the nitty-gritty. There's so much to uncover with Google Analytics, but for this video, I'm going to cover essentially the amount of people, where they were from, the browser, and a few other kind of fun details that I think you guys would like. So what I'm gonna do here is select all of November. I'm gonna click apply, and this again is November 1st through the 29th. And it's gonna show you kind of the roller coaster of traffic. And there were a couple peaks. On the 2nd of November, there was 30,000 people. And then here was 27,000 people on the 11th. And so you can kind of just see here what good days look like. And then when there's kind of a slump, Sundays are typically the worst performing days because people aren't on their phones or computers as much. Now I want you guys to take a look at this section here. This is typically where I take a look at throughout the week and see if Breathe Heavy is doing well or if there's some room for improvement. So when I look at users, what this is individual people. So that means it's only gonna count one individual person. So if someone visited the site 10 times, it's not gonna count 10 hits, it's gonna count just one. So as you can see here, there was almost 310,000 people that visited Breathe Heavy in the month of November, which for me, that's on point with where I want to be right now. One of my biggest goals is to have 500,000 individual people visit Breathe Heavy every single month, and I think that we're on track to do that in the next couple years, but right now, 310,000 people, I'm pretty satisfied with that. Another important statistic that I want you guys to check out is new users. So Google Analytics has a way to track whether they're a returning visitor or whether they're brand new to the site. So you can look at this in one of two ways. There's 272,000 new people that are visiting Breathe Heavy. So on the one hand, that's really good because I'm introducing new eyes to Breathe Heavy. On the other hand, it could be a little concerning because you can think, well, how come all the other people from last month didn't return? One of my main goals is to bring people back consistently throughout the month. And then here we have page views. This is 1.4 million page views. So that's counting anytime someone comes to the site, whether they're coming once or they're coming 100 times. Now we're gonna check out language. And as you can see here, most people who read Breathe Heavy speak English, which makes sense because everything for the most part on Breathe Heavy is written in English. However, I would love to be able to expand in that capacity in the future and be able to offer Breathe Heavy in multiple languages. Here we have browser, and this is just kind of fun. You can see that most people read Breathe Heavy on Safari and then Chrome. And then we have operating system. So most people are reading Breathe Heavy using their iPhone. 80% of people who are reading Breathe Heavy are doing so on their phones. So I optimized the theme and the layout and the functionality of everything so that it's smooth. By the way, Breathe Heavy has what's called a responsive theme, meaning that if you change the width of your browser or you're on a phone or you're on a computer, whatever it is, it's going to ideally look consistent across the board. The next thing I want us to look at is geographic location. So I'm gonna click location, and as you can see here, the United States is the #1 country that visits Breathe Heavy, and then there's a list of top 10. Next is Canada, United Kingdom, Australia, and the list goes on. Now I wanna show you where the traffic comes from, and a big push that we get is from social media. And as you can see here, it makes up a huge amount. And that social media, interestingly enough, is Breathe Heavy social media. I'll quickly show you what a glance at our Facebook insights look like. So as you can see here, in the last 28 days, so essentially the entire month of November, we've reached over 2.2 million people. That statistic to me is mind-blowing because that's just people on Facebook. That doesn't include our huge reach on Instagram. Jumping back into Google Analytics, I wanna show you guys now just a little bit of a breakdown of the age groups that read Breathe Heavy. And as you can see, the majority of people are from the ages of 25 to 34. And then we can see gender. As you can expect, there's far more males reading Breathe Heavy than females. Now there's no breakdown of sexuality. I feel like that'd be very problematic for Google Analytics to include, but I would imagine that most of the people in the male category are gay men. Now the last thing I wanna show you is the pages that were the most trafficked on Breathe Heavy in November. As you can see here, the homepage was the most visited page, which makes a lot of sense because people are just going straight to the source, checking out the homepage and seeing out all the content that we curated throughout the month. Then the next most trafficked page was the Britney Spears forum. And that also makes a lot of sense because Exhale from Day One was a Britney Spears exclusive forum. And we've transitioned into expanding onto more pop music coverage in the last couple of years. But we still have a very large presence in the Britney Spears community. And then all of the biggest stories of the month were Britney Spears related. So this one right here, as you can see, was a video of Britney jumping into the ocean when she took a vacation to Maui. And this, a large amount of traffic is due to Facebook. It essentially went viral on Facebook and was shown to 500,000 people. And then we got the announcement of Britney's new song, Swimming in the Stars, and then the vinyl release. And so it was a very Britney heavy related month in terms of traffic, which of course I'm so grateful to her because she's allowed me to be able to have this platform and to have this career. Now it is worth mentioning that if I switch this to just this past week, Britney stories don't entirely dominate. We got a Miley Cyrus story and then a Kanye and Lady Gaga story that also did really well for traffic. So it does kind of change on a week-to-week basis, but overall in the month of November, Britney slayed it. All right guys, that's a wrap. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found it interesting. And if you'd like more videos like this, please drop me a line in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And hey, while I got you, make sure that you smash that like button, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. That essentially just tells YouTube that you guys are engaging with my channel and it'll just really help me out a lot. Thank you again, and I'll see you in the next video. Outro.